India is developing fast. It's on the way to becoming one of the major global economies. Poverty could now become a thing of the past. But all this is threatened by a crisis we humans are creating: global climate change. The films you are about to see have been funded by the UK and have been made by some of India's top young filmmakers. They show the crisis has already hit India and immediate action is needed to prevent it getting worse. The rising sea level caused by climate change has already destroyed the homes of 20,000 people in Orissa, and more are under threat. 60% of Indians still earn their living from agriculture. Global warming is a threat to all their livelihoods. Apple farmers in Himachal are already feeling its effects. We humans are directly responsible for the crisis in the Sundarbans. We've created climate warming by cutting trees recklessly. Now a unique ecosystem could well be destroyed by the rising sea. Water is one of the most precious global commodities. Global warming is already diminishing India's supply by melting the Himalayan glaciers. Supplies of water in many other parts of the world are diminishing too. Global warming is no longer a threat, it's already causing serious damage. We must act to check it here and now, and we means everyone everywhere. This is a global problem.
India, with 7,500 kilometers of coastline, is one of the 27 most vulnerable countries to be hit by global warming-induced sea level rise. And inside India, the state of Orissa, with 500 kilometers of deltaic coastline and being at the head of the Bay of Bengal, is the most vulnerable state to any global climate patterns. Thus, the state is a natural place to be hit by global warming-induced climate changes.
शहे वर्ष हो गलानी ये 100 वर्ष भीतर एमती बात्या देखी आप
हे प्रभु गछ बछ जाए आसे गछ बछ
केते प्रकार घर भांगी आप
मो घर में कांद
Much before the unimaginable super cyclone of 1999 hit the state's 9 coastal districts for 25 hours, the state was already showing symptoms of its climate being changed. Since the last decade, extreme weathers have ravaged the state at threatening frequency. Disasters have wiped out the state's 6 years of gross domestic produce, killing close to 30,000 people and displacing close to 1 million people just in 1 decade. Since the 1999 super cyclone, scientists have warned that Orissa's disasters are not that natural, but may be a dress rehearsal for global warming-induced climate change. Literally, we are witnessing the making of climate's first orphans. As the world wakes up hesitantly to the reality of climate change, the coastal Orissa is sure that global warming-induced sea level rise is already threatening the existence of local residents. Satyabhaya, a coastal village in Kendrapara district of Orissa, having virtually zero emissions of any greenhouse gases, may well be paying the price for global warming. The Bay of Bengal is making a fast ingression into the village. In the last 5 years, half the village has gone into the sea.
ସମୁଦ୍ର ଆମେ ଦେଖିବାରେ 1.5 କିଲୋମିଟର ଦୂର ଡିଷ୍ଟାନ୍ସ ଥିଲା 1.5 କିଲୋମିଟର ପାଖକୁ ପଳେଇ ଆସିଲାଣି ଭବିଷ୍ୟତରେ ଆହୁରି ବହୁତ ଖାଇଯିବ ଆଉ ତାପରେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମର ଲଘୁଚାପ ସୃଷ୍ଟି ହେଉଛି ଗୋଟା ଇଏରେ ସମୁଦ୍ରରେ ସେ ଭୟାନକ ବିପର୍ଯ୍ୟୟ ହେଉଛି ସେ ସମୟରେ କେହି ବି ରହିପାରୁନାହାନ୍ତି ଦୁଇ ଖଣ୍ଡି ମୌଜା ଗୋଟେ ଆମର ଯେଉଁ ମେଦଟା ଅଛି ସେ ମେଦରେ ଆଶ୍ରୟ ନେଉଛନ୍ତି ଦୁଇଥର ବି ମୁଁ ବି ନିଜେ ଦୁଇଥର ଆସିକି ଘର ଛାଡ଼ିକି ଲୋକଙ୍କୁ ନେଇକି ସେ ମେଦ ଉପରେ ଆଶ୍ରୟ ନେଇଛି ଆଗରୁ ଟିକେ ଦୂର ଥିଲା ସମୁଦ୍ର ଚାଷବାସ ହେଉଥିଲା ଏବେ ଟୋଟାଲ 71 82 କତରୁ ଚାଷବାସ ଟୋଟାଲ ବନ୍ଦ ବର୍ଷେ ହେଲେ 3 ବର୍ଷ ଚାଷର କୌଣସି ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ଉଠୁନି
ଧାନ ଭାନ ବିଲ ନାହିଁ ପଇସା ଅଭାବରେ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରାହେଉଛି ଯେ হয় ପରିବାର ମେଣ୍ଟେନ ହେବେ ତ ଲୁଣି ପାଣି ସବୁବେଳେ ମାଡ଼ୁଛି ଫସଲ ହେଉନି ଠିକ୍ ଆଉ ଏଇ ଅବସ୍ଥାରେ ପଡ଼ିଛୁ ଆଉ କ'ଣ ସବୁ ପିଲା ପଳେଇଲେଣି ସବୁ ବାହାରକୁ ଆଉ ସେଇ ତାଙ୍କରି ପଇସାରେ ଆମେ ବଞ୍ଚିଛୁ ଆଉ କ'ଣ ସେପଟୁ ଚାଉଳ ଖଟି କରି ଖାଉଛୁ ଆଉ
Going by the perception of residents, the sea will consume Satabhaya within a few years. The story repeats in neighboring Kanupur village also. The sea has already come inside by 2.5 kilometers in the last 15 years.
এইটা হচ্ছে 30-32 ବର୍ଷର ନଳକୂଅ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ସେ ଥିଲା ଆଗେ ଗାଁ ମଝିରେ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଗ୍ରାମ ଶେଷରେ ଆଉ ଗ୍ରାମ ସବୁ ଚାଲିଗଲାଣି ଏଇ ଗୋଟିଏ ଘର କେବଳ ମାତ୍ର ଅଛି ୟାକୁ ବାଦ ଦେଲେ ଆଉ ଘର ଏଠି ବି ନାହିଁ
As we trek along the beach, it is very common to find the remains of Satabhaya and Kanupur's history in their watery grave. Everybody points deep inside the sea to locate his or her original homes.
ଆଗରୁ ସାତଭାର ଥିଲା ଘର ବରାଇପୁରରେ ଆଗରୁ ଜନବସତି ନଥିଲା କ୍ରମଶଃ ବାଲି ପୋତି ପକେଇଲା ତେଣୁ ମାନେ ସ୍ଥଳଭାଗ ହେଇଗଲା ତେଣୁ ରହିଗଲେ ଏଇଟା ଜମି ଥିଲା ସାତଭାରରୁ ଏ 19 ମସିହା ସାଇକ୍ଲୋନ୍ ଖାଇଯିବା ପରେ ଏଠିକି ଉଠି ଆସିଲେ ଏ ବାଉଣ୍ଡରୀ ବାଦେ 3 କିଲୋମିଟର ଦୂରରେ ଥିଲା ରାଜାଘର ସେଇ ରାଜାଘର କୋଠା ସିଧା ସବୁ ଗାଁ ଗୁଡ଼ା ଥିଲା 2 ମାଇଲ କିମ୍ବା 3 କିଲୋମିଟରରୁ ଉର୍ଦ୍ଧ୍ୱ ହେବ ଖାଇ ଆସିଲାଣି ସମୁଦ୍ର
Satabhaya was a cluster of 7 villages. Now, only 2 are partially left out. The official map also points to that.
এটা ছিল আমার 7টা মৌজা 7টা মৌজাରୁ ସବୁ ସମୁଦ୍ର ପାଶରେ ଯାଇ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଥିଲା 2ଟା ମୌଜା ସେ 2ଟା ମୌଜାରୁ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ କାନପୁରଟାକୁ ସବୁ ଖାଇଗଲେଣି ମୋ ଦେଖିବାରେ 2 ମାଇଲ ଖଣ୍ଡେ ରାସ୍ତା ସମୁଦ୍ର ଗର୍ଭରେ ଗଲାଣି
Why is that happening? Local people hold climate change and change in sea level as a culprit. The debate whether it is normal sea erosion has also not stood ground, given the ingression is very consistent.
जो लघुचाप समुद्र सृष्टि होउची करंट सृष्टि होइकी से पानी रो ताप बढ़ी जाउची से ऑटोमेटिक मारी जाउची तापर आमे जो साइक्लोन देखुछु किंतु आगे गोटे लघुचाप यदि गोटे वर्ष भीतर हेजी बहुत एबे तो 10-15 टन लेखा लघुचाप गोटे वर्ष भीतर आउची
People's perceptions are very important. I give a completely high ranking on that. But at the same time, everything should not be left to perception. It should be, verified through science and fortified through our knowledge